She spent 17K for an online training program and she is still stuck at 4-figure level per month. And she has $1 million business in front of her eyes. She has the right clients, she has a great product, a great market, everything that you need to grow a business to $1 million business, she has it. Why does this course doesn't help her to really get to this next level? Why are so many courses out there not helping clients getting the results? So if you really look on her things, what she has everything in place. And I want to really break down what is it that really keeps you trapped at this lower level, 4-figure level, even a 5-figure level, to break through and really grow your business and having fun, making high profits. And this is what I want to show you within this video here. So my client really bought this course for 17K. And this course showed her also really to start, and she got her first clients with it without any web page. So it was a really great starting point. But for 17K, I would assume that it helps even more to help her really grow further. And I see this a lot, that you don't get this help from the online courses or the training programs out there, which really break you through, although you have the fundamentals. So let's talk about all the things that you need in order to really break through and make this happen. So the first thing that you really need to dial in is your product. And the most training programs don't focus on the product at all. So they show you how to make a lead magnet, but they don't really show you how to create experience, because you need to create a great experience for your clients. And this is one thing that nobody's teaching you out there, or how to engineer experiences that the clients of you really can have a great experience and walk away with, really saying, this is a great thing. I really learned something and I really implement the things. I really have fun to do this. And this is something you need to build into your course, into your training program or online course, whatever it is. Build this experience into this course, because then your product is really delivering the results. But this is something really crucial, and you need to really know your market. And this is the next thing. You really need to know your niche, and you need to know the niche better than anybody else. I assume you have heard this a lot of times, but nobody is really showing you how to do this, how to get to this core, what your niche really wants. And how you do this is not by asking them. You can do this as well, but I would do this on scale and regularly with a survey. But you need to know which questions you need to ask, and to get to the core, what really drives people. And you need to analyze every answer that you get and think about, why are they telling me this during the journey or before they became clients with you? It depends where you ask them and where you run the survey. Are you running the survey on your clients, or are you running a survey to leads? That's completely different. But you really need to know what are their drivers at the moment when you ask them. And this is the moment you need to look and get the perspective of of the other person. And that's how you start to developing and engineer the experience for everything that comes after. So this is the experience on your landing page. This experience is going into your lead magnet. This experience is going into the sales process and also on the delivering side. So what experience do you want to engineer for your clients? How should they feel when they walk away? So this is the core. You need to know this, and you need to build this into this product. But she had this already. So these fundamentals were there, but she wasn't aware of this, that she has this built already, but she wasn't aware of what experience she really creates, because she was delivering one-on-one, not with an online course. So this is a little bit different. One-on-one, you can create experience just instantly because you experience the other person, and this is completely different. You have this disconnect with a course. So you need to, if you want to have great experiences with an online course, you need to build this in even more. You need to really engineer these things. And one-on-one, you can do it more naturally. So yeah, it's much more human-like. Like in a conversation, you feel much more better if you just talk to someone. That is much more easy. So she had a great product. She had a great experience with her product. And the niche was also very defined. But the thing was really, she had just one angle, how she approached her niche. And this is something a lot of people tell you, you just find the core problem. This is correct. But if you just go out there, make content or ads with this one angle, it's not really good for your brand and also for yourself. So it gets boring very soon. So you need to understand the niche, and you need to approach this niche from different angles. We are talking about 360 degrees, how you approach things. So if you approach the niche from this angle, try to imagine what is it about the other side. What's the opposite of what you're trying to approach your niche? And then the niche is going to provide you all the information when you run a survey. Or you also can just observe the market with comments under postings or ads. What are they saying? And often they have their different perspective that you can take and that you can use in order to create content and ads, and also on your landing page and everything else. So just to not to approach the things with one angle. This is the second thing that I saw with her, that she had her niche really dialed in. It was really defined. The problem and where they wanted to go is very clear. But she had just this one angle, how she approached the niche. And then the third thing that I look on is really the results. What are the results someone really gets from the coaching or from the product and service? And she had really great results for her clients within her coaching program. But it is not visible. So we are always talking about testimonials, and in the English-speaking market, it's quite common to use testimonials, and a lot of them, I think, if you have the right testimonials, it serves you better than just the volume. Because if you really look on the details of testimonials, they are quite vague and they don't really show the transformation. So really focus on the results first, then you have great testimonials to show. So for me, it's really like more quantity than quantity. You really have to look for the results. So this was not an issue, but she didn't show it to her audience. What great results she is really providing to her niche. So nobody really knows what she's really doing and how good it is. So this was the third thing. And the next thing was pricing. She had her own price objection, why she couldn't charge more. And I totally understand this. I didn't even touch the pricing, and I could show her how she could quit her job and going from 4 figures to a 6-figure business just by tweaking the price and the client amounts just a bit. So she was in the situation that she had to run her business as a side hustle, And she wasn't clear about this, the point when she really quit her job. Now she is quitting her job and going full out in with her coaching business. And she needs to see how it works out for her, to really have the security for herself, that she can do this and run the business and really make the money and have a great living with it. And it just needed a little bit of price adjustments to sell the right things, because she has her coaching program is dialed in 3 tiers, and the pricing was a little bit off, so that I adjust and balance this to sell more from one thing than on the other thing. So this is how you really can instantly get 20 or 30% more revenue without even touching the product or anything in the marketing. You don't touch it at all. You just tweak it, and this makes a huge difference in your business then. So this was the fourth thing. We touched a little bit the pricing, but not huge. So, and then the next thing is really, this is the level jump from 6 figures to 7 figures, how you do this. And this comes down to the model that you're running. Alex Hormozi is naming it money models. I say it's just a business model. So how you run your business, or how you build your business around products. So you need to have your core product, and she sees her coaching product as her core product, and she was already building an online course to serve the mass market, because the market is very huge for her. So she was already shifting to one-to-many from this one-on-one, and this wasn't a line actually. So there was not a journey what they are taking on. So Russell Brunson is stating this as the value ladder. I just think about what is the journey someone really is going through from having this problem, going to discover someone who is helping with this problem. Then the first step, have a low price offer to get trust and getting also some momentum, solving some of the problems, of the pain, and really move forward in this journey to becoming the person you want to become. And the online course that she was building was already part of this journey, of the niche, and it was not aligned within the funnel and how she directs traffic and attention through the whole journey in order to end up at the end goal where the niche wants it to go. So this was also one thing that I showed her, really how to structure everything, what to build next, what lead magnets do we need, and really to dial it in that it's not a funnel, but it's a journey where they are on. As I said, you need to engineer the experience that someone really wants to go on this journey, that it makes fun to be there. So it's not about the funnel structure and all the tactics, it's really about the experience that you create along this journey. So this was the fifth things, the model, how we run this and how we do it for the mass market, and how to leverage the time and how to align everything. So this was the fifth thing. And then the last thing, this is something she approached me actually in the beginning. She said, yeah, I'm doing this here now with my coaching business, and I don't have actually a brand. I don't have a branding. I don't have a specific logo for myself. I want to really have to brand myself. And I look there from a different perspective. So branding, yeah, you cannot do no branding. You brand yourself anyway if you just go out there. I do my branding with these videos as well. So you experience my journey, what I'm on. And so this is the branding that I do for myself here with these videos. So you always brand yourself with all the things that you put out there. But how do you really develop a brand? And you can go to someone like Caleb Ralston, who is really showing you how to build a brand. But the founders that I'm speaking to are really in this corner. Do I need to build my brand now, or do I build the product now? And I was struggling with this for a long time. But now I figured out it's neither building the brand or the product. It's both, because you cannot not brand yourself without doing, if you do something, you will brand yourself anyway. So you build your brand if you want it or not. So if you build the product, you will brand. And if you just build a brand, you're also building kind of your product, because it directs also the product. Your brand will direct the product, and the product will direct the brand. So you cannot do both separately. You need to align them. And how do you do this? And this is the last thing that I showed my client here. You are on the journey as well. So your clients are on the journey from one point where they are and to a point where they want to be. And you are on one point of your journey. You have already walked the way up to now, and now you are going also your way of your journey. And this is how you tell your brand story. Where you want to go, what are you helping people with? So there's an overlap about your niche and your own journey. And this is how you build your brand. This is how you align your brand with yourself and the niche. You need to look about the journey, what your clients are going through or your niche is going through, and what are you doing, and how you help by doing what you do, your niche. That's all. That's all that you need. I searched a lot did some research about Steve Jobs, how he did it. He never thought about branding. He always thought about what is the things that I care, what I want to build, what I want to stand for. And then this became his brand. And what the market is telling about him, this is actually the things that people want to re-engineer by building a brand. But this is not very naturally. So it's more naturally if you really focus on yourself. What's the journey you're on? What's the journey your clients are on? And how they overlap. And this comes down to your principles, developing your own style. What are the things you stand for and never compromise? These are the things that really build your brand, and everything around will evolve. So these are the 6 things I showed my clients in order to go from a 4-figure business right to a 7-figure business. We haven't built this yet, but I want to share this because it's such a trap that I see so often in the space today, that you buy a course for 17K and nobody is telling you how to align all the building blocks, how to align everything, what to do next. That's why I'm sharing this with you and showing you the potential of a business that gets already traction, that has everything in place, but still stuck at this 4-figure level, although it could be much more, and you create such good life for the founder with such great clients and results. See you in the next video.